All right, shalom, shalom. Hey, first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. A double honor to the apostles, elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing the work in truth and in sincerity. The vilest men, all right, coming out of Psalms 12 and 8. Let me get that really quick. Psalms 12 and 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. All right. All right. And if you don't know by now, the society is not ran by the politicians. The society is not ran by the government. All right. This society is ran or run by the most vilest men. All right. And that's your culprits at the highest scientific orders, the highest religious order, all right, / occult order, all right, because they deal in Satanism, they deal in what you would call witchcraft, okay, and they run the society, all right, okay. And going back to the scripture, the wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. So what do you expect to see in the world? All right. You're going to see an influx or an emergence of more wicked men. All right. These times, the times will reveal who men truly are. All right. From the ones closest to you, to the people you see, neighbors you see on a daily basis. All right. And we're not just talking about men as in a man, but in men as in mankind, you know. All right. And so things are going to get worse because of the order. All right. All right. So as a leader, so is his people. And we can get that really quick. All right. Sirach 10. And 1. Sirach 10 and 1. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. And government goes into mind control, meaning it's simply what I just said, mind control. All right. It says, as the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein. All right. And this is the point I just wanted to grab, because as the leaders, or as the judge, okay, which holds the top place in society, so is his constituents, his people, all right, his officers. All right. So you don't have to go into a state of shock when you see a certain politician or a certain doctor at a lower level or a certain lawyer openly doing things wicked. All right. And they're justifying it by law. Okay. Because the main thing that they're using is their law. All right. Isaiah 10 and 1, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed, to turn aside the needy from judgment, and to take away the right from the poor of my people. All right. That's why they get to take babies away from people, away from you Israelites, away from you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They get to put you into, isolation chambers or whatever, concentration camps. All right. Whatever they call those, those prisons that they put, the so-called Mexicans, the so-called, refugees from this South and Central America, whatever they call those things, man. That's why they can take you up and snatch you away, take your, what they call rights away, and do whatever the hell they want to. All right. Because you have wicked men on all sides. All right. Using the law, all right, to run their exploits. Salakia, because I almost had a loss of thought. So Wisdom of Solomon, all right, chapter 2, okay, and 10. Let us oppress the poor, righteous man. Let us not spare the widow, all right, okay. And that's what they do in this society, in America, okay, which is Babylon, all right, Babylon the Great, okay. They don't spare the widow, all right. They don't spare the women, the families. They've pretty much done away with the whole family system in itself and created a system of dependency through the government so they can control your lives, so they can keep you in slavery. The scriptures say in Isaiah the 14th chapter that what? You know, they refuse to let us go. We're literally being held hostage against our will. All right? We're being told that we cannot be ourselves, resonate with who we are in our past and our history. This devil wants to take that away from us. All right? Through his sinister philosophy. And in Habakkuk chapter 2 verses 5, it tells you that, man. You know, that he transgressed by wine, and that wine is his philosophy. And through his wine, through his science, through his religion, religious cults, which they don't follow the true merits of God, they exploit, all right? They bring in deception, deceit, okay? But let me read this again. All right, Wisdom of Solomon 2 and 10. Let us oppress the poor righteous man. Let us not spare the widow. All right, and they use these different institutions, what, to basically, you know, for oppression. Okay. It says, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. All right. And those are who we're supposed to look to for knowledge, for wisdom. All right. And so they've taken all of that away from us, all right, and gave us this machine-like, you know, the machine-like ethics, you know. Verse 11, it says, let our strength be the law of justice, you see, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. So they feel that we're worth absolutely nothing, all right. That's why they can call you three-fifths man, all right, under their own law, under their constitution. All right. And they have the power, and they use their power through the law of justice to oppress. That's why the prison system is set up the way it's set up. So most of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans could be locked up behind bars. OK, while they run their sinister, you know, economics. All right. Destabilizing homes, destabilizing landmarks, doing all sorts of wickedness, man. All right, that's this devil. Okay, that's the vilest men. All right, and Salaki, I know I kind of went left field, but Revelations 12 and 12. Bear with me, okay? Revelations 12 and 12, and again, I just want this to be a quick hit, you know, because we living in those times, and so we don't have to wonder when we see, you know, these Edomites literally get away with murder. All right, we don't have to wonder why, okay? Because it really is their time. All right, and they're making their last stand, so to speak. You know, they're fighting for their place. All right, an authority in the world, and they're losing a grip. They're losing their grip on the world. Okay. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. Okay. So that's what's happening. That's why these vile men, all right, get to tell whole governments to bring in genocidal measures so that they can continue their way of life, to feed their generations after, and to wipe out everybody else, to wipe out the chance, the opportunity of, you know, seeing generations grow and prosper, all right, They're wiping that chance out for the rest of the world, for the rest, mainly you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Their philosophy is that you shouldn't exist in the world anymore. Okay? And that's what these devils are fighting for. They're fighting to get you out of there. Okay? And remember that. That's why this is a war. We have to understand that we are at war. Our families have to understand that we are at war. And we all have to make the necessary sacrifices in this war, which is a spiritual sacrifice. Okay? Sacrificing the things that they've been feeding us since babes on up in their school system, letting go of the way of this life. All right? Because it's death. It's only death, man. And they have us under their thumb, man. They have us still in captivity. They literally have a ransom on us right now. Okay? Hey, but the Lord said he was going to redeem us without money. Okay? He's going to redeem us without money. You see that? All right? Revelations 12 and 12 again. All right? But Salak, yeah. So, Salak, it says, therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. So they're moving fast. And they're going to come and they're going to apply the pressure. Okay? They're going to come and they're going to apply the pressure. All right? But the Lord is mightier, all right, than they are. Okay? Only if you hold your decorum, only if you keep your integrity. All right? Stay true to who you are, know who you are, and don't let nobody take that away from you. All right? All right? So that's it on that one. Okay? 2 Timothy 3 and 13. Lord willing, I'm painting a picture, well enough for, brothers to be edified, okay? 2 Timothy, and this is the reason why we don't trust our enemies, okay? This is the real reason why we don't trust our enemies, And it's funny that these other groups don't understand this. It's funny that ISUPK, would say take the devil's poison, all right? And then you probably would try to back it up with scripture. We shall eat poison and live, or be bitten. And I forget exactly how it goes, But it's not talking about that. It didn't say deliberately take the devil's poison. All right. But 2 Timothy 3 and 13, but evil men and seducers shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. All right. And we're living in those times. We're living those times where men, all right, who have no moral no moral standard, they're gonna wax worse and worse into folly, all right, into wickedness, iniquity, and they're gonna be doing things, and have been doing things, and you're gonna see more of it. All right. They're going to be doing things as if they're doing, they're going to be doing wicked things as if there's something righteous, man. Okay? So, right, man. Verse 14, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of knowing. All right? Of whom thou hast learned them. All right? And we know who our teachers are. We know who our leaders are through the Spirit. We know who's been laying the perfect example of what to do and what not to do, and who to watch out for and what to watch. All right. So we have those examples. All right. And we know exactly who we learn from. Okay. All right. So the next scripture, 2 Ezra 16 and 19. And just to, show you or paint more of the scenery on the times. I have to start at 17. I use this scripture all the time, but we can't use it enough, because when these things start to happen, all right, it's definitely going to be as you never read this in your life. intense spirit that's coming behind the Lord's prophecy. Okay, it's going to be like, it's going to be another level, so to speak. Okay, a lot of people that have read this, they're going to forget about it when it happens. All right, and they're going to be completely distressed. But those that don't forget about what the scripture says, when these things take place, those are the ones that truly, that the Spirit of the Lord is dealing with. Okay, because they're taking heed to the word. All right, they're watching. All right, just as well as praying. Okay, so woe is me, woe is me. 2 Ezra 16:17. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. All right, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. All right, in the beginning of evils, what shall I do when these evils shall come? We live at that very moment, these very moments. All right, starting to grow more here on this earth. All right, and all these things, these famines, the great death, the beginning of wars, the power shall stand in fear. All right, is all being brought, all right, through this man Esau, Edom. But we know also, all right, that the Lord, as the scriptures say in Revelation 6. All right, let's see. And 8. All right. And the Lord has allowed Esau to take, take peace from the earth. And also this one, Revelation 6 and 8. And I'm going to jump up and get that one as well. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him. All right, with him. Okay. And that horse represents a power. All right. And it's talking specifically to a superpower. All right. And that's talking about, men, all right, on earth. Okay. And power was given unto him, them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. Okay. And so power is given unto them. All right. So they're not just doing this out of because they want to, or because they can. All right, the Lord created them to do so. All right, that's their disposition, so to speak. All right, Revelation 6 and 4 says, and there went out another horse. All right, that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. All right. We know that red horse, of course, represents Esau, Edom. Out of one meaning red. All right. So, that, and that great sword, which was the blessing that Isaac gave to Esau. All right. And the scriptures say that about him. I think it's Hebrews 11 and 21. Let's see if I can find it really quick. Yep. It says by faith Jacob, when he was dying, blessed both the sons of Joseph and worship. Nope. It's in 20. By faith Isaac blessed Jacob and Esau concerning things to come. All right. And he blessed them with the sword. He blessed Esau with the sword. All right. And the sword represents a killing instrument. Okay. And this devil has gotten clever. It says he is wiser than Daniel. All right. Also, it refers to him as the anointed cherub. Okay. That covereth. Okay. So he's gained the expertise in creating many different ways of killing someone. All right. Whether it's be by the gun, all right, or chemical warfare, all right, which is his new pet project. Okay, so there you go, the vilest men. So let's go back to 2 Ezra 16 and 19. And it says, behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right. And so when we're just reading Revelations, the 6th chapter, these different horses, these different powers, these different men gaining that power to do certain things upon earth. All right. Those are the scourges set up for the changes or the amendment. All right. These things are coming to change the planet, if that's making sense. All right. So verse 20, it says, but for all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. And that's going to be the people. All right. Right along with the ones that's, thinking they're pulling the strings. All right. Verse 21, it says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right. Because these are their time. This is the height of their society now as we speak. But they're going to be rooted out of the way. All right. Verse 22, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. All right. And these are the culprits. These are the main people. All right. People like him. They got colleagues and they all, they deal with each other and they have their summits. They have their secret meetings. All right. And they plan, what's to come upon the people. But they've been given that authority, But, and it goes to say we live in those times. We live in those times. And to trust this devil, and to say his poison is okay, it's completely absurd, man. So, hey, and that goes to say, man, when men like him emerge, Esau, Edom, the devil, Satan here on earth, when people like him emerge from the depths of hell, you're gonna have that. Even with those among us, you're gonna have wicked men emerge and show the world who they truly are. All right, that's why you got people like Captain Capilot Tazaria. You got other people, man, that's leading people to the slaughter, man. All right. Let's see. This is 2nd Ezra 15. Let's start at 10. It says, behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. That's America. Okay. That's America. You can always look up the comparison or comparisons of America and Egypt. All right. Verse 11, it says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm. All right. And smite Egypt with plagues as before. All right. And will destroy all the land thereof. It's just speaking toward, all right, the spiritual Egypt, which that explains that. It explains that in Revelations, the 11th chapter, the 8th verse. Okay. It says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, all right, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hell, and with a fearful consolation. You see? And so this is what the Lord is doing, all right? And then this is what he's going to do in the latter times, okay? And again, to point out, it says, and I shall smite Egypt as with the plague as before, all right, with plagues, and smite Egypt with plagues as before, all right? So it's speaking on a future Egypt. Verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. All right. So it's reiterating. All right. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. All right. Okay. It says, and these are the wicked men. It's going to be carried out by wicked men. All right. And the Lord is going to he's going to put the spirit on them to kill each other. All right. And he used Esau, Edom as a vanguard to bring the corruption in. All right. Verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard. All right. Right. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right. So you're going to see complete anarchy. Okay. You're going to see people take justice into their own hands the way they see fit. All right. And they're going to be killing each other. Okay. So, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. You see, because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Okay? Why? Because they open the floodgates. Men like him, ultimately the Lord. All right? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Okay? So I'll finish up and I'm going to close out. All right? It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. You see? So these vile men, all right, who are pretty much being used to stir up, death and destruction, famine, plagues. All right. These men are being used for this purpose. Okay. And of course, for you Israelites that are paying attention, man, we know not to trust, any of these men, because really, men in the Lord is going to be, scarce, man, so those times is coming, man, and are here as we speak. Evils are going to grow. All right. Lord willing, this lesson has been edifying, try to make my point as clear as possible, but I kind of lost myself in there. But again, until next time, I'll say shalom.